And then finishing up with a feel-good story. So this is something we leave on a positive note. We inspire our marketing interns, and it'll also inspire us while we inspire you. Declan?
Absolutely. So I was reading an article. It was from podcastinfluencer.com. If you want to go and follow them, that's how we get a lot of our news in the podcast region. It's just at Podcast Influencer. They're a great resource to understand what exactly is going on in the podcast game. And that is really the feel-good story this week, is what the future of podcasting is, what podcasting is now. It's phenomenal. The interview was with the CEO of Ad Results Media. So when you hear ZipRecruiter, when you hear Venmo, when you hear Cash App, when you hear all these different, Blue Apron, all these different... MeUndies, one...
MB Outdoors,
Skyline Specs. Go buy some Skyline Specs today. We didn't do an ad read for them today, so...
go ahead and use Skyline Specs. I wore them all throughout my Hilton Head trip. Use promo code Backpocket. I plugged them several times. I know those people bought them.
And wholesale. Let's also, wholesale for Skyline Specs is phenomenal right now. You can go and get 20 pairs for your business, brand, or company, and they're sweet sunglasses at an affordable price, and it's going to catch someone's eye. Like Andrew wears his all the time. I wear mine to work every day. And people are like, dude, those are some dope sunglasses. Mm-hmm. I'm like, yeah, these are the Skyline of Minneapolis. Or I'll wear the Backpocket ones, and then that strikes conversation just by their look. So go ahead and buy some at SkylineSpecs.com. Follow them on Instagram at Skyline_Specs. They're doing giveaways all the time, once a week. I'm telling you, you got to get on it. And then if you hop onto SkylineSpecs.com, 15% promo code using the promo code Backpocket for 15% off your order. Anyways, getting back to the article. The CEO of Ad Results Media, who connects sponsors or companies that want to do sponsorships with podcasts, he was saying that there's been an 8% jump in the first 6 months of 2018 from 2017 in podcast growth, which is very significant because if you scale that over 7 years, a little less than 7 years, that's a 50% growth if you do it from each year.
If it stays consistent.
So if you think... 5%, 5 years would be 40% growth. 5 years from now is 2023. He was saying in 2020 alone, $659 million of revenue expected. The highest performing podcast right now in terms of revenue growth is comedy, which is us, and sports, which makes sense. And then he's also saying major brands. So major brands like Delta, Progressive, Gillette, Burger King, and Budweiser. Yes, we just said Budweiser.
Bud Heavies.
You
only get to drink one when you earned it.
Exactly. So all these major brand companies are coming over from TV and all these other ones and transitioning, maybe even from radio, and are transitioning into podcasts, which says something, right? If all these companies aren't going to put in $20,000 in for a marketing campaign, they're putting in millions of dollars into these podcasts, and you can only imagine how that's going to go, right? So what he in closing, he said in the next 5 years, which is what I said, that 40% growth, he thinks Marshall Williams, the CEO of Ad Results Media, thinks that the podcast advertising marketplace will grow to a multi-billion-dollar marketplace. So something to think about.
Definitely positive, feel-good story for us. For you guys, it's going to let you know that podcasts aren't going away. And if you're an avid listener, there's going to be more content out there. I hope you guys stick with us because we're continuing to push out content. I just recently listened to podcast, I think it was 31, with our girlfriends because I was driving home from Hilton Head, and I thought it would be funny to listen to Faith and Sierra. Declan and I have our discussion we had back in, I think it was November. It was right before Thanksgiving. It was our Thanksgiving podcast.
It was the thing, yeah.
Yep, and the growth that we've had just in 30 podcasts, less than 30 podcasts, has been incredible. Podcast industry is on the up and up. We are on the up and up. You guys are on the up and up because you're always getting after it. You're always being the best version of yourself. Take your golden nugget, influence someone, motivate someone, be an entrepreneur because that's an innate ability we all have.
Take care, marketing interns. Couldn't have said it any better. Guess what? Podcast 56. It's going to be a great one. Take care. Love you guys.
Take care.